early trends have started coming in for election results of polls in 5 crucial states. And as per these early trends, there is no tight fight, there is no close contest. It is pretty much a clean sweep for all the key contenders who are now in the fray. Let me start with the BJP. BJP, as of now, with 236 seats. These are leads, remember, not the final results. The Samajwadi Party at 110. So the BJP has crossed the halfway mark. We'll have to see where this really ends for them. Goa is another interesting story right now with the BJP at 18 and the Congress at 12. So a close fight there. But the BJP looking ahead and closing in on the halfway mark of 21. So not as close a contest as was expected earlier. In Manipur as well, we're waiting for the final numbers to come in, but BJP along with its allies look comfortably placed as of now. So that's 3 out of 5. But of course, the big one is Uttar Pradesh, where they have done very well. Uttarakhand is another interesting story where the BJP has crossed the halfway mark comfortably. It was expected that it will be a tight fight over there as well. Remember, the BJP changed 3 chief ministers in that last term, but they are leading in Uttarakhand as well. Punjab, though, is the story of the day. As per these early trends, Aam Aadmi Party at 88 seats. They need 59 to win. So they're not just winning, they are sweeping. Their symbol, the Jhadu, is really working hard in Punjab, where they're sweeping away the competition with 88 seats showing right now. So the Congress, the Shiromani Akali Dal, just blown out of the water in Punjab. So the Aam Aadmi Party emerging from its Delhi-only image very strongly with the result in Punjab. So once again, these are leads. We're going to wait for the final numbers. But meanwhile, let me go across to Sanjeev Srivastava for his take on what we are seeing so far. Sanjeev, it's not yet 11, and it seems that the story is done in a major way.
Yeah, it's very unlikely that these trends can change from here onward. So like you summed up all the states, and it's clear the Congress is really down and out. They couldn't make a match of it even in Uttarakhand. And the BJP is all set to come back to power, even in a state like Uttarakhand where parties don't return to power after 5 years. First time in more than 3 decades that the chief minister is likely to come back. Same parties likely to repeat it in Uttar Pradesh, key battleground state. Punjab, like you said, a new entrant. So will AAP now be gunning for Congress in all those states where Congress is directly pitched against the BJP, states like Rajasthan, MP, etc. So, and the BJP looks set to do an encore and take a bow again in 2024 if we can extrapolate these results onto 20. Because remember, why I say that in these elections, it was local chief ministers, while the Prime Minister's presence loomed over them. But in 2024, it will be Mr. Modi versus the rest, and it looks like his hold on the voter continues unabated. So those are the big takeaways.
I want to talk about Uttar Pradesh a bit more. Is this Yogi Adityanath's win, or is this the Modi magic that we're seeing? I mean, the whole pitch from day one was double engine ki sarkar, you know, Modi in Delhi and Yogi in Lucknow. Is that the message that has gone down and seems to have resonated with voters?
I think it's the double engine which is working. So again, the Prime Minister's persona was number one factor, if you may, is direct benefit transfers, the free ration people got for the last 2-3 years. And the welfare politics was a big factor. Law and order, which was seen as very bad in SP government's time, again played a factor, and that was credit to Yogi Adityanath. When I was traveling, I kind of thought it very odd to see 2 bulldozers in every Yogi Adityanath's rally. They were like election symbols there. As you entered the rally ground, there were 2 bulldozers, one on each side. Obviously, that has worked, conveying some kind of a strong leader image, somebody who will brook no nonsense and will bulldoze anybody who in their eyes were antisocial or so all those things work. So it's a combination. But if you have to say who was number one, I would still say and more voters were looking at Mr. Modi, though Mr. Yogi Adityanath was clearly not a very poor second. He was a close second. So Yogi Modi combination, double engine.
He becomes a record breaker of sorts, bringing his party back to power in Uttar Pradesh. Swaminathan Iyer is with us. Very good morning to you. Clean sweep one way in Uttar Pradesh. The score at the end of it is likely to look like, and of course we'll wait for the final numbers, 4 out of 5 for the BJP. And then there's a new entrant who's come in tearing and sweeping away all competition. It's indeed an exciting election morning, isn't it?
Yes, it's a fabulous BJP performance. They've beaten anti-incumbency, high inflation, high unemployment, COVID, stray cattle. I mean, they had so many challenges. They've beaten all of them to have a victory of two-thirds majority. And not for 30 or 40, not since early years of independence has a chief minister of Uttar Pradesh been re-elected with this kind of majority. So it is a fabulous performance. I would say that means that Mr. Modi is very likely to have a strong victory in 2024 because the BJP always does better in national elections than state elections. I will also say that Yogi Adityanath is now well positioned to succeed Mr. Modi in due course as leader of the BJP, because without doubt, the credit for the UP victory must go partly to him. It's a victory to both. It's a victory both of Modi and Yogi, but certainly Yogi must get a slice of the applause.
The other side of the story is, of course, what has happened to the grand old party, the Congress party, and that steady and steepening decline continues as results come in this morning as well, isn't it? Even the supposedly close contests, which were there presumably for the taking in Goa and Uttarakhand, sees the Congress lagging behind.
Gradually disappearing. Not quickly, but gradually. In fact, what we are now seeing is that traditionally Congress used to say that I am the default party. If the other side gets into trouble, I will come in, I will win. That is ceasing to be the case. The default parties now are becoming the regional parties. So the BJP can still be beaten by Mamata Banerjee or by M.K. Stalin. It cannot be beaten by Congress. That, I think, is one of the lessons emerging from this particular thing. So the future of the Congress is quite grim. Some people are talking about will the party split. I think that is silly. The party is a party of the Gandhi family. Without the Gandhi family, the party would be called the Janata Party, which is what the Janata Party originally was. So yes, I think the days of the Congress are gradually getting over. So rather than BJP versus Congress, I think we will see BJP versus regional parties.
Sanjeev, I just want to take that further. What next for the Aam Aadmi Party? What other state now after Punjab? And are they going to be occupying, or of course they've already declared that they want to occupy that Congress space, because vis-a-vis regional parties, they seem to be more palatable pan-India, or maybe could turn out into a more palatable option as an alternative.
So yes, that's what Aam Aadmi Party is beating its chest all about, and with reason, because they are saying that they are the fastest growing startup in Indian political space. In 5-6 years from 2015, they have now managed to capture another state in 2022, and they will continue on their victory juggernaut or whatever. But it's easier said than done. For a number of reasons. A, where there is a strong regional party, whether it's Bengal or UP or the southern Indian states or Odisha, or where the regional party is already strong, Bihar. AAP has very little space as of now, as we speak. Its space is limited to those states where the Congress is pitted in a direct contest with BJP. So in states like Rajasthan, MP, Chhattisgarh, but again we saw in Uttarakhand, they couldn't make a dent at all. But clearly, our party's first challenge, or the Congress party's first challenger for that non-BJP, anti-BJP vote in some crucial states will be, these two will be fighting for the second spot now. So let's see what the AAP party does now in Gujarat, which will be their next step. They'll try to capitalize on Punjab, Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh. Again, a lot of theories are floating around that they can do well only in those states where the social media is strong. Some people are saying, see, in hilly terrain, in rural areas like in Uttarakhand, our party has not been able to make a mark. So Himachal may be a tough nut to crack. But these are matters of finer detail and they will evolve as time passes by. But clearly, AAP is a big challenger to the Congress party to become the principal opposition to BJP in those states which right now the contest was limited to Congress versus BJP. So Congress, like Swami was just saying, gradually disappearing and very very briskly diminishing, both things.
So the
real challenge.
trends that we've been seeing evolving in national politics over the last few years have only deepened after this round of results. Now, another reason that we watch these results so closely, and so do investors, is to see whether these election results in states gives the central government the kind of confidence to undertake maybe politically difficult decisions in the time to come. Well, these results definitely have. So if tough calls have to be made over the rest of the remainder of this term for the Modi government, they know that they have the support of voters in large parts of the country, or at least in these 5 states and in the very populous Uttar Pradesh. We'll be back with more updates on this story as the numbers become even more clearer and crystallized. But for now, we'll take a very short break and be back with the markets in just a bit.